In the dead of night, the Loki Rim of the Easterlings and the Rohirrim are here to retake Edoras for the forces of good. Yes, I'm saying the forces of good. I don't know what the scenario is, but apparently in this battle we have the Loki Rim fighting with the forces of good. Someone's dubbed this replay as a Gondor betrayal, but really it's just I don't know what it is. Like, we've got the Eastlings fighting with the Rohan, we have Gondor fighting with Mordor, Middle Earth's gone upside down. I don't know what's going on, but we are here with some more Rise of Mordor, that is for sure, and this is going to be a brilliant 2v2 here on Edoras. And yeah, as you can see, it's a bit dark, it's a little bit dark and dingy. Clearly Mordor has had its influence over the night scene, and it's got itself a little bit dark and dingy, ready to rile up their orcs and make them fight as effectively as possible. And yeah, we've already got elites being sent up on the first wave. Jeez, this is going to be an interesting siege then. That is for sure. We have Orc Warriors here and Orc Pillagers. I don't think they're going to be stopping anything like Loki Rim Macemen and Warlords of Rune. But we will see. But yes, as you can see already, there's also like a little bit of a sort of a sally out here. I think this is being made by Gondor. Yeah, he's got a lot of Gondor sword militia, all like just going out here trying to slow down the maybe slow down the attackers perhaps. Yeah, here we go. We are actually going to see the Loki Rim going in, and they're going to go flying on in there. And we'll see how they can do in this battle here. It's going to be a bit of a different one. Obviously, the lighting is going to be a little bit different to usual, but it should still be pretty cool, I think. It's going to be different. We haven't really had a night battle. This is kind of like the closest we're getting to like a sort of a night siege in Rise of Mordor, and it's going to be really, really cool to see. That is for sure. But as you can see, I mean, these Gondor militia going up against Loki and Mace, but there's no real chance they have of winning this, the militia. It's all going to be down to how quickly these Loki can kill them, because I feel like they're trying to just slow them down, maybe just try and roll the clock down a little bit more, try and stop them from getting inside the walls a little bit longer, just so they can either set up more effectively or I don't know what, but I mean, they've got Prince's Coast Guard here, they're fairly useful, and Ringlow Vale Men-at-Arms, they're also relatively useful. So this is like the first little defense here being set up by Gondor, like in these, in this barricade, like on this wall here, this like little palisade, is what's going to stop them first. I mean, to be fair, it is like, goes all the way to the water, it's like going to be tough to get around. There's another one here, but as you can see, I mean, the Eastlings, if they want to, they can surround this militia whenever they want, and they can also go through this little gap here. Like they formed like a little choke point here to have a Gondor and, well, not Gondor, yeah, just Gondor. But yeah, these things can just sneak around there if they want to. They don't need to engage that little choke point. Over on this side, you can see Rohan is also getting ready for his assault. He is preparing on this side. It looks like he's getting ready to take on, well, Gondor as well by the looks of it. It looks like Gondor is getting the job of defending both sides to start with. I mean, I think Mordor's mainly on this side, but Gondor is outside the walls. I don't know why Gondor fancied giving himself a bit of an extra bit of micro, but there you go. The armies are large armies, as you may be able to tell. We have 10,000 attackers against 12,000 defenders. The defenders being, I guess, inflated because Mordor's here on the scene. And you can see already we have Orc Warriors battling with Warlords Rune on the wall here. I mean, this is going to be a really easy fight for the Warlords Rune. I can't imagine they're going to have any struggles there. I mean, the gate has been destroyed. The ram also been destroyed because that's how Attila works. And now I think the Loki Rune can just rush through, because I thought these gatehouses have oil, but I think they removed the oil in Rom, so they should just be able to rush through and take on these guys. In theory. We'll have to see whether that is true. Yeah, those that shock infantry is kind of getting pinned back, to be fair. The elite shock infantry kind of getting overwhelmed by the numbers of orcs, to be honest, more than anything. You can see down here. They're just kind of struggling. They could do with some archers, I think. Just a few archers to maybe thin out the crowds. They actually brought Wayne Riders as well, which I'm really surprised about. Like, these guys on Edoras as well, it's going to be kind of hard. Like, Edoras hasn't really got like big areas, open areas to like use these Wayne Riders. Like, if you were going to use them, I mean, I'd be using them to break through these hillmen of Lambden, maybe. And look, you can see that I don't think they've realised these Carnish sentries here set up jabbing the units. They could just go through that gap there. I'm pretty sure you could just go through this gap here. Send a unit of like Loki and Macemen through in column. You're in behind. They're actually getting focused down as well by Blackroot Vale archers who've got a nice little angle on here, and they're able to focus down these Macemen who already lost about 30 guys. So that's really nicely done there by Gondor. And you can see, look at this, Wars are losing, and they're only facing like basic orc units. And they're kind of doing a bit better over here, but not much better. It is a brutal fight, that is for sure. Over on this side, it looks like Rohan is just about to land, or has just landed, in fact. He's just got some axe stains up here. I'm not sure how he's really going to do in this one. Gondor's probably got the better infantry. Like, these Peneth Gillen and Spears probably got a good chance against any of the Rohan infantry. Bar maybe like the Guard of the Golden Hall they struggle against. Apart from that, they'll probably be fine. Early Retainers, what are they? They're heavy melee. Actually, maybe the Peneth Gillen would struggle. But yeah, Gondor's probably got the beating of most of Rohan's army, to be honest. I mean, he's got a really good cav, which he has actually brought quite a lot of. Knights of the Mark. He actually brought an incredible amount of Knights of the Mark and Knights of the House of Earl. Also brought himself an artillery. He actually decided not to use his towers. Do the towers just not work, perhaps? On, like, Edoras? I don't know. Surely they do. They just all use ladders. I guess it's just quicker. Get to the walls. But, yeah, that was really strange that they just didn't bother. And it also looks like Rohan's just going to give up and just give up the assault on the walls. I don't think he likes his chances at the moment. Which, to be fair, don't blame him. It does look like he's kind of struggling at the moment. Over here, these militias still holding. My God. Against Loki and Macemen. I feel like if they surrounded these guys, they could have broken them probably by now. Yeah, those militias could probably do with being killed off. You can see good choice here by Gondor to focus down these Carnage sentries. I mean, I'm also going to see a charge out by the Ringler Vale men-at-arms onto the Carnage sentries. Probably should have happened a little while ago, because clearly these things are not paying attention. These Carnage sentries look like they're fairly armoured. Like, they look armoured enough that they can hold, but they are losing. So the Ringler Vale men-at-arms. Prince's Coast Guard are pretty banged up though, and they're starting to take a few casualties here and there. And they've used all the ammo up on this side, which is a little bit concerning. And they're getting hit by artillery. Oh my gosh. This Loki and Maceman getting hit right in the face by this trebuchet here. So a really good shot by Gondor there, making sure to just keep harassing these Loki. I mean, could this Loki not just go through this gap here? There's a gap in the line just here as well, where this like wooden structure is. They could probably get through there if they wanted to. Because, like, I mean, look at the amount of ammo they're using up just to, like, get through these first two choke points. And there's so many more choke points to get through. I mean, in fairness, it doesn't seem like there's many more pole arms. Guards of the teeth over there, they're scarier pole arms. And what else we got here? Orc pikes. I'm sure Gondor's probably brought the nasty Fountain Guard somewhere. Maybe. Yeah, Fountain Guard right at the back up here. Ready in these final choke points. So they desperately need to save ammo to the attackers. I mean, Gondor's, Rohan's archers are pretty, average. These Garrison and the Hornburg are good, but yeah, Yeoman and the Mark, not that great. Lokirim archers are nothing really great to talk about either. It looks like we're going to see an assault from Rohan, but Rohan is going entirely through this gate. This is not a healthy idea. Axe Stains in here now, trying to take the gate. They don't. I'm surprised Gondor's giving them the chance to just try and take this. But yeah, it doesn't seem like the oil does any damage to. There's no oil, so they're kind of free to just charge through whether they take the gate or not. Kind of a bit of a shame. I kind of like the purpose that taking a gate was nullifying taking the oil. There you go. Yeah, Rohan is now in. Yes, I hope you guys are enjoying watching Rise of Mordor. If you are, do remember to leave a like, subscribe from around here, and a comment to show your support. As always, guys, it's very much appreciated. Really does help out the channel. And yeah, also if you want to get involved in some Rise of Mordor battles, then feel free to join the Discord. The link is down below in the description. And yeah, we've got a really great community there of Rise of Mordor players, of just generally any Total War player. You can probably get a game with nearly any sort of Total War on the Discord. And it's a real great, nice bunch of people. Okay, it's Erling retainers in here now. They might be able to break through some of these lines. I mean, a lot of these Gondor troops, in fairness, are actually average. You can see here, we're about to see a little flank going on by the Uruk Throng. They're going to flank around. They could just surround any of these Rohirrim troops here. So they're actually, well, yeah, I think the idea is to try and surround whatever they can. Yeah, I mean, these Warriors of the Losnark probably could have done with getting a charge off. What else we got over? Pinnacle and Spears. It looks like Mordor's kind of taking on the second layer of defense, which is not a bad idea, I guess, but it's probably not a great idea. And as well as the Losnark aren't that great. I mean, I don't know if they're still gonna make a battle the Axanes. The Axanes will make it look tough to beat these Warriors of Losnark, but they are not that tough. I mean, Rohan's gonna make it tough to looking like it's gonna tough trying to beat these mid-tier Gondor troops, because their troops are probably mid-tier. Their infantry is probably mid-tier anyway. Mid-tier at best. Rohan is not known for its infantry. Oh, we have some orcs up here in the front line, so we have some Uruk spears. And it looks like we're going to see some Pinnacle and Spears maybe flanking around as well by the looks of it. I would have had the Uruk Throng do the flanking and then maybe the Spears standing on the wall, but there we go. Spears going in. They should do okay. I mean, this would have been even better if it was a shock infantry unit to do this job. With all the shock infantries tied up in the centre. Yeah, there are a lot of men here, so it's a little bit laggy, but we have already... I mean, the defenders have nearly lost... they're about to lose nearly 3,000 men. Not quite sure how. Doesn't seem like they've done that too much, but the Allied troops, the attacking troops, are at 9,600, so I mean, numbers are close. And here we go, yeah, Wain Riders are in here. Look at that. I thought they might go in. I was not really paying attention. I was quite interested in the Rohan push. The Wain Riders are in. And oh boy, they've done their bit. I don't know quite sure how they broke through. Maybe they just went into combat? I don't know, but the Wain Riders they've snuck through this gap here. That it's obvious. Don't know why they don't just rear charge these Hillmen of Lambden. I mean, these polearms are breaking. Polearms aren't that great. You could have engaged them with just basic infantry anyway. But they've used a lot of ammo up on trying to get through them. And now, I mean, they can attack this wall. This wall is undefended because they decided to fight out here in this little palisade bit, which is cool. It mixes it up. It's nice to see like all of Edoras being used. And next, it's more Gondor troops, and it's actually Gondor spears. It's actually like mainline infantry here being sent in. So that is good to see, I guess. Gondor now coming as elites on this side. I mean that's good, I guess, if you're rooting for the defenders. Bad if you're rooting for the attackers. Yeah, these Gondor swords, they'll do well. And we've got orcs over here as well. It's awful to see Mordor and Gondor ally up. It is just cursed. What a cursed alliance. Yep, the grind carries on this side. Axane's losing here though, and they're about to break. Because this Pinnacle and Spear is doing the job. These Warriors of Losnark as well also winning. Because they're fighting spears. I mean, these ones aren't, they're fighting axes. But shock infantry versus spears. Oh no, wait a minute, they're not fighting spears at all. They're all fighting axes. Don't listen to me. But bit of advice: never send out a shock infantry troop against spears. Though in this case, there is no spears here for them to attack. It is just all axes and swords. I guess maybe these axe infantry just kind of suck against shock infantry. I mean, everything kind of sucks against shock infantry, including other shock infantry. It's that good. Like, shock infantry, like cav, is very, very key in Rise of Mordor. Even if it's crappy shock infantry like Warriors of Lostmark, who are now losing slightly. Well, they were for a minute, they're now winning slightly again. The Axanes losing decisively. They could do with bringing up archers. I don't know why they haven't bothered, you know, bring up a few archers. Like, right now, get some archers up. You could focus down this massive flank that's going on. Like, Uruk Throng here and Peneth Glynn, they're all showing their backs to the enemy. Or to, like, to Rohan. They could just focus them down in the back. And they could, like, make them, like, punish them for going through there. It seems like that first wave, did all those Warlords of Rune die? I think they might have. Oh, they did, definitely. 100% all those Warlords of Rune died. But we now got Loki Room up there. That's very dark. We won't be looking at that. Over on this side, it seems like the Loki Room has broken through. Nearly, yeah. They're just, as I say it, they break that Orc Pillager. And now they just got one Orc Warrior to break through. There's some pole arms here. I don't know why they don't just push through this gap. I think they can. I think they honestly can just push through. They are fighting on, battling on in there. Seems like these things are a little bit slower in their assault, really. Mainly because they've been slowed down by this entire thing here. This entire defense, whatever this was, whatever you want to call it. They are now breaking in. I mean, numbers are 9,100, 8,700. I feel like Rohan is kind of letting down the side a little bit with those numbers. They are letting a lot of men break. But their infantry is pretty damn terrible. Put it like that. It is pretty damn terrible. And it's breaking. So much is breaking. What's the next wave? Early retainers? Okay, I mean, this is good infantry. I mean, it looks like that first wave was just axe stains. Fair enough. And some retainers, but it is now all just retainers going up. But this is a large wave. This is like, if this gets forced back, this is their infantry gone. Like, they've got a couple of guards of the Golden Hall. These Garrison of the Hornburg, if they use all their ammo, also pretty good in combat. That kind of could be maybe pushed together to make another wave, but like, it would not be a good wave. This next wave here for Rohan, this is a make or break. They need to land on the walls. They need to surround this force that's like defending down here. Like, they could, like, the attackers have made some bad mistakes. The defenders, sorry, made some bad mistakes in kind of already surrounding Rohan, not thinking, wait, what happens if the next wave comes up? So this next wave can just surround all these troops down here. I mean, they have got archers here ready to maybe punish the attackers as well. That's why Rohan needs to push up here. I don't know why defenders and attackers, sorry, are so like cautious in bringing up archers. If you need archers to unlock a defense, bring them up. Like, they just need to come up and do stuff. And yeah, you want to save ammo for late game, but it doesn't matter if you don't get to late game. If you just get destroyed at the first defense, and sometimes you need your archers. And I mean, it looks like also like Rohan's got artillery, and it looks like these things also, I think, brought artillery. So they have things for late game choke points if they need them. Though it looks like, oh no, Easterlings, no. Eastlings have no artillery. They just have an artillery crew. Hopefully Rohan does have an artillery. It does. So they have something for late game if they need it. Because everyone seems to like using artillery late game, so that's fair enough. This trebuchet here has been destroyed as well. Looks like it was. Did they burn it? Looks like they might have burned it, but I'm not sure with what. I don't know. It looks like it's been destroyed anyway. And now we've got Gondor archers about to mount the wall over here. I don't know what their aim is to do. Maybe focus down some of these like pole arms or something. But yeah, I would not. I don't know. There's many Easterling out there, boys. Aim and fire. I mean, you can't miss. I mean, definitely don't shoot those Loki though. I think they are shooting the halberdiers back here, or trying to. Yeah, don't shoot. Yeah, these Loki are all in shield wall. Shooting these halberds though is yeah, not a bad idea. Weaken them up a little bit. They're already taking casualties. If I get it from this angle, it doesn't look so dark. I mean, it's already being dark, and then it's being on a dark, like, it's being on nearly like a night. It's like almost, it's like dusk or something, isn't it? It doesn't help, put it like that. Didn't need to be any darker, put it like that. But yeah, I mean, as soon as these Loki Rim win up here, which I mean, apparently they're going to do, but I don't think they are. They're gonna need another Loki Rim to do this. This one here might have to go in and route them. There is plenty of Servants of the Eye. Yeah, look at this. These Servants of the Eye are just gonna rush down here and break anything. I mean, and I don't know why they haven't just marched in with the pole arms. The pole arms could just get in there, do the damage on these. I mean, the best thing to do is to with these Loki Rim here is to rush back down the slope and see if the Servants of the Eye realize that there's caltrops here, because they could just kill so many. And it looks like that's what they're going to do. Very smart, actually. So I'm going to stay and see whether the Mordor player falls for this. Really well played here. I don't like this massive strobe thing going off. Very uncinematic, but as you can see, they can form shield wall. Oh, they actually destroyed them. Why? Why? Okay, there's like one caltrop for them to run into. It's just not worth it. I swear there was more caltrops than that. It looks like they might. I think the Loki destroyed the caltrops as the Servants of the Eye arrived. That was just a bad and unlucky move by them. They should not have done that. Should have held on to them. And unless they have their own cap they want to rush in. Do they want to rush in these Wayne Riders? I guess they do, but yeah, that's unfortunate. If they just carried on their charge those Servants of the Eye, they probably would have lost a lot of their men. But there you go. You win some, you lose some. But it does look like Rohan is starting to win over here. Finally, Rohan is winning. The boys in green. Actually, the boys in green are fighting another lot of boys in green. The Pennant Gillen Spears here. The hordes of Axthanes are finally paying off. Was it worth it? I don't know. We'll have to find out. I mean, I'm not sure whether it was worth it, really. But yeah. It's certainly been a rough start to the siege for Rohan, but they look like they are about there. They look like they're about there. On this side, looks like we're going to see a sally out, maybe. Yeah, Mordor is sallying out, and he's going to charge these. He's sending some more pillage out to sally on these macemen here. Not a bad idea. I mean, I'm not quite sure how they still managed to use the ram. Like, this ram is still ramming. The gate's not open. All it could be ramming is orc pillagers. That can't be healthy for the orc pillagers. But yeah, 70%. There you go. I mean, it looks like Loki and Macemen are actually going to get focused down and killed by the Gondor archers and also the orc pillagers. A good little combo there going on by the defenders. And I mean, what else has got ready? More orc pillagers ready. Looks like Mordor is wanting to make some sort of a stand on this lower level. He doesn't want to give it up just too easily. Looks like as well, pole arms now coming up. They're coming to deal with the well, it looks like what resistance is left on this side. It seems like these things really struggling in this siege. Really struggling. They are winning. Just about. And looks like the Servants of the Eye got out there with like little to no casualties. So that is very well done by them. They've managed to rout that Loki Rim. And over here, look at this. Rohan's won. He can push on to the next level. He's actually been using some ammo. He's opening the mark here. They've been focusing stuff down. What are they shooting? Guards the Teeth by the looks of it, or trying to. The Uruk Throng here turning their flank to obviously protect them. But yeah, Guards of the Teeth were definitely the primary target there. And Rohan's got nothing to stop that, like to really combat that. He's going to have to use archers. He's got no pole arms that can certainly break through there. That's a real problem. I was just wondering what this like little outcrop here was for. It's just literally for a tower. There's a lot of towers on Edoras. I always notice this. Edoras is just listed in towers. And also we're just going to see Rohan's just going to run up this hill. Everything retains is going to march on up. What's over here? I don't know why they don't just... They could push around here. What's it? Uruk Throng, Uruk Spears. There's no polearms there. That would be where I'd attack, perhaps. But I don't know. Maybe they're just standing here at the retainers to make sure nothing else can come down the slope to support this push. Well, not to support this push, support this defense. Rohan's the one pushing. He's pushing hard. I mean, these Uruk spears are held well. I don't know how many kills they've got, but they're still pretty healthy. 117. They've been in shield wall. Seems like there's a lot of dead around them. Rank upon rank of Mordor Orc. And they're combat even though they're being surrounded. It's kind of insane. Kind of insane to see how bad Rohan is, but how good Mordor is against Rohan. Rohan's if you ever face a Rohan, maybe bringing Mordor is not a bad idea. Certainly if you're maybe defending. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll have to see how the outcome of this battle goes. But, I mean, certainly this Rohan player is making it a bit easier. I feel like they haven't landed anything over here. They could just literally land retainers behind these troops, surround them. Just finish them off. You've got, like, a time limit as well. Like, your men, you're losing more men unnecessarily fighting like that. If you surround men, like, units break quicker, means you lose less men. But also, like, you have a time limit. I'm not saying that they are short of time. I'm just saying that it has to be in the back of your mind throughout the match.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Loki and Maceman here still losing. This like combo of archers here and Orc pillagers is working really well, even though the Orc pillagers are losing decisively as well. The Gondor archers above here focusing down just anything. I mean, they were. I think they've changed targets now. But they were focusing down these poor Lokirim. I mean, they don't need to do any more damage to these guys. These guys are beaten. There's still plenty more Lokirim to come. And Lokirim are nasty. They can, like, these guys can potentially get like 200-300 kills each if they want to. Like, they are very, very strong, especially against things like Gondor. Gondor is actually not a great counter to these things. They do kind of suck. I think like the armor piercing of Lokirim was a major thing. I don't know if that's been nerfed now or Gondor's been boosted a little bit, but yeah, I think like they have. That's no longer as major a thing. But I always still have it in the back of my mind thinking Gondor against these things doesn't go too well for these for the Gondorians. I'm gonna see Lokirim archers in here now. This is a bit desperate. They're throwing in archers now and through this choke point. I feel like this is just all this is done has affected like what units they can bring. Yeah, they've only got Varag warriors left. Oh god, like they've committed all their elite shock infantry over here. Did these things, all their elite shock infantry and some infantry. I think like when it wasn't working, they should have just stopped. But I mean, yeah, these Wayne Riders going through here. This could work. These Wayne Riders go straight through and then get into these Uruk archers. That'll be interesting. The enemy's at the walls, indeed. These Wayne Rider chiefs, I'm pretty sure they're very vulnerable to archers. So if those archers put a volley into them, they'll be okay. Or Cav. Cav's also a pretty good combat, good way to combat chariots, if I remember. They have ammo? I never realized. What do they fire? Oh no, that's archers. I was thinking Wayne Riders. What do they have for ammo? But they don't have ammo. But yeah, of course. It's so bizarre. I literally don't think I've ever bothered to use the Wayne Rider chiefs in the battle, multiplayer battle. But here we go. In they go. Running down the orcs. I mean, this is going to be easy for them getting kills. I think everything they're just running over right now is a kill. Really nice. Actually, no, most of those guys are still getting up. Some of them are getting knocked down again. Oh, jeez. Poor orcs getting run down. A Cav needs to, yeah, just send them to the eye and that'll quickly scare off these Wayne Riders. And probably kill them. I don't think these Wayne Riders have any work. Well, maybe they can get past those Lokirim halberdiers, but no, they can't. Wayne Riders have been caught. I'm trying to say Wayne Riders a lot in a small amount of time. It is a tongue twister. At least it's get off the archers, I guess. This is a small win. I actually did a lot of damage. This one's down to 69 men. Yeah, these Wayne Riders actually did do a lot of damage, to be fair. And they didn't lose a single one. Wow, that was actually probably worth it then. The halberds now coming up. They're going to obviously try and just, I don't know. be a counter to the cav, but I mean the archers are right there. They can just focus these halberds down if they want to. It's going to be a tough one. It is going to be a tough one here for the attackers. I feel like the defenders have played very, very well. Some experienced defenders players. I mean, they're playing as like Mordor on the defense, not easy. But this Mordor player is making it look not easy, but like second nature almost. It's still obviously tough. And it's cost them a lot of lives. Like, what are the numbers now? 7,200 against 7,000. So, I mean, it is very close in numbers. It is, both sides are trading pretty equally right now. But, yeah, Mordor is doing a real good job. The next wave of Rohirrim is yet to come in. Actually, I think some of it might have gone in. I'm not sure. But yeah, they've used an entire wave off. I mean, there was a decent amount of defenders down here. They use like a lot of troops to thin them out, thin those troops out. And also this retainer here was like nearly at full strength, is already getting whittled down. And yeah, I mean, the defenders have still like good assets themselves. They have artillery as well. Who brought artillery? This is Mordor. Mordor's brought some artillery. Very handy. Could be very useful to taking out blobs or enemy artillery. Rohan still has his artillery. Looks like there's Loki and Maceman over here as well, just wavering. I wonder if this is from the Archer Towers. Like, this is the thing, like, you don't want to put your troops inside Archer Tower range, if possible, but you also kind of need to get that quick response if you do get a breakthrough. It's a very tough one. Right now, yeah, they're feeling the pain. Like, Loki and retreating, Loki and Archers retreating. This is just turning into one of the grindiest choke points I've ever seen. That is also too hard to see for lighting, so we're going to go back over to Rohan. Seeing a lot of Rohan action because, well, they're fighting actually in a relatively bright spot.
The unit has fired all of its ammunition.
Rohan battling away here, trying to retake their homeland.
Men have thrown down their weapons and are fleeing.
Rohan's still battling away here, still trying to do their bit, but so many of their troops are wavering now. I mean, one good cavalry charge, I mean, from these servants to the eye in the back, and they'd be in pieces. I don't know why, I don't know why Rohan's maybe not trying to get some cav in themselves. Like, they could get in cav through the, well, maybe something to do with the stakes. If they just shred the rest of the stakes, get their cav in, they could cause all sorts of havoc in the back lines here. And it looks like, as I've just spoke about the servants to the eye going for a rear charge, they are now making moves towards Rohan. Looks like they do want a bit of the Rohirrim. They fancy their chances. I mean, they could easily get a few charges there. They probably don't even need to charge these guys. They could probably just put up their war cry ability, and that could be enough. And yeah, we're seeing like early retainers going in bit by bit, sending in more and more fresh troops. I feel sorry for Rohan. Rohan's had a rough day. They've had a rough day, and also Rohan kind of just sucks as a faction. And the cav here, I don't know if these guys charge the Loki, the Sims to the Eye or what. But yeah, that has not gone well there for the archers. What was this? Warriors of Losnog breaking? Where did those pole arms go? Did they get shot to pieces? I think they did. Yeah, I don't know where those pole arms went, but they're clearly dead. I think they may have got shot by the archers. I do like seeing all these orcs here with face down though, like just splattered. They just like been run over by chariots. That's kind of cool to see.
The unit is running from the enemy.
These poor archers are now going to get run down and killed. So that is a shame. Where did those other servants of the eye go to? Oh, they thought about it and then thought no. rather not go in for a charge. But I'm going to fast forward a little bit here. And we're going to just see what the next sort of move of the attackers is going to be. I mean, they are going to mop up these last orcs down here. And, I mean, they are... I mean, we're still yet to see what Eastlings do. Eastlings yet to break through into the side of the city. Which I'm sure Rohan is like, please, Eastlings, I need you in here. I need you to start distracting the defenders on your side. Because otherwise, if, like, they can bottle up the Eastlings here with like a minimal amount of troops. They can just throw the rest of their stuff against Rohan, and Rohan has no chance then of breaking through. He's already got a slim chance, I feel at best. But yeah, he'll have no chance eventually. And these early retainers getting focused down. I mean, Rohan will be pretty pissed that his retainers are getting focused down. But I feel like Mordor's using an incredible amount of ammo here on one little sword unit. That, I mean, at this point now, 55 men. This early retainer is going to do nothing against this. Like, this is not anything to worry about. I mean, what we got here, guards of the teeth and Uruk spears. Yeah, there's no chance they're breaking through that. Not a chance. I mean, yeah, so what's survived out of that? An early retainer that's healthy, a couple of axe stains, and there was like at least a dozen or so infantry units up here for Rohan, I would have said. There was a lot of infantry that got thrown in. So yeah, I don't know whether it was worth it. It's hard to say. The attackers are now outnumbered. I mean, I don't know why they're retaking the gate, because I think they can just rush through. They don't need this. But look at this. Eastlings sending over even more infantry. I don't think they don't think they want to go through this choke point anymore. I mean, they have got troops here, but I feel like they think their primary objective now is to come this way. I mean, which, yeah, fair enough. There's just cav here. That's still gonna be tough to beat. You're gonna need your own cav, which I think they have a general as their cav unit, but that is it. Bane in the steps. But yeah, they are going to struggle. They are going to struggle. They're going to need archers, pole arms maybe to get through here. Force them back. Seems like Mordor and Gondor are kind of giving the ground though. So maybe Mordor will also do the same. We'll have to see. He is soon to have his Seventh Day kind of choked off. But I mean, yeah, now would be the time to get these knights to the mark in here, because they could maybe take out these cav. Like, he needs to protect his own lines from cav. That would be what I'd be saying. Like, these guys are very much under threat. But yeah, no, it seems like there's not much going on at the moment. This is just a bit of a dead space where we're just waiting for something to happen, really. Obviously, Rohan has got nothing to assault any of these polearm positions. They literally have one way they can go up, and that is over here where the Uruk Throng and the Gondor Spears are waiting. But yeah, I mean, that's also the way that the Eastlings are going to go. So you could almost see the attackers going through one choke point, which would be disastrous for any hopes of like success. But here we go. Looks like we're going to see Summons of the Eye. They're going to rush in, try and do a bit of damage. Looks like Rohan is still lining up to prepare for it. But yeah, why they haven't also just got some cav in here of their own? They could do some real damage. There are still stakes here, but like, have one little Rohan unit just destroy the stakes. Yeah, I don't know why they retreated there. I think these Summons of the Eye could have definitely done some damage to these Rohan units, but they chose not to. So fair enough. Anyway, back on this side, the sally out still continues. This is a fresh unit of all pillagers doing the job. I mean, it's hard. Yeah, tough to see what's going on down there, but you can see sort of the Gondor infantry as they're pretty illuminated in their silver armor. They're battling Loki down there. We're going to see even more. We've got Uruk archers now coming up onto this wall. Oh yeah, Varag warriors here. Oh gosh, these Varags. They are about to just, like, look from their perspective. All they can see is orcs on this wall. Why haven't they brought up any of their ladders? Like, they've got ladders back here. Why didn't they bring a ladder or two? They've got loads of ladders back here. Why don't they land these ladders on this fort wall? Like, it's so, I don't know why it's clicked to me. They brought up so much equipment with them. Why didn't they land any? So bizarre. I don't know, they're making this really tough for themselves. They're going to go through one choke point. But they are in over here. Look at this. Loki and Maceman have finally made progress. And they're actually going to get a charge off on these Sons of the Eye. Wow, they actually are going to deny them the charge. I mean, this is the first real mistake Mordor's made. Maybe he's a bit busy looking at like the archers on the other side. But I mean, these Sons of the Eye aren't going to be too bad in trouble. I think they should be fine. They're actually sending in the rest of them, which is kind of an interesting move. I mean, I guess they want to try and maybe flank. They're going to flank with this third one. And there's Wainriders coming over. I don't know what the Wainriders are going to achieve, really. They've actually lost a couple. They're still with Chevron. They're going to give the last one back. I mean, what I'd be doing is trying to maybe get... No, here it goes. Going to go into the flank. Brace, men, Numenorians are on their way. Good charge, to be fair, by the Sons of the Eye there. The Locurim, I mean, it's not shock cav, so the Locurim don't mind too much being charged by Sons of the Eye. I remember the days when Sons of the Eye basically was shock cav. It had the ability, it had such a good charge bonus, and also was really good in like melee combat. Oh, it was a scary beast. Losing decisively. I mean, the Rise of Mordor team nerfed the hell out of that pretty quickly. But that for like an update or two was just scary cav. You did not want to get in the way of that. I mean, it's been nerfed because archers fire much quicker now, so Sons of the Eye, like, they get vaporized their armor, and also I think that they just nerf. I think they did just simply nerf them because they were just too strong at the time. I mean, it's not a bad idea to have them really strong because Mordor kind of has, like, it does struggle a bit. Its cav is pretty good. But, I mean, eventually, they're going to get things like trolls and other stuff that is going to be very, very scary to use as well. These Sons of the Eye are also still going to be effective. They are very, very good. They're going to beat anything in like any cav in a melee cav, in a cav combat, like, as it prolongs. Prolonged melee combat, they're going to win it. If it's a health unit of Sons of the Eye. Also, if they get the charge off on the server, on, like, any shot cav, they'll win for sure because the shot cav relies on the charge. Also, they're very heavy, so which also means they beat a majority of the cav in the game because of most of the shot cav is still heavy, I think. But yeah, they're kind of doing okay over there, our Mordor, holding off the hordes of Locurim over here. What we got? Just got some yeomen of the mark doing their bit, focusing them down. Fire! Yeah, they're gonna be here a little while trying to kill those guards with the teeth. They're not even killed a single one. Yeah, these Sons of the Eye actually remarkably are doing very well. Like, I don't know how, but they're actually doing pretty well. I mean, yeah, they're winning in combat in a few places now. They're winning in combat here. I mean, rush down the swords or the spears. Help these guys out. There you go. Seems like they're going to mop up these guys pretty easily. And those Locurim Macemen are, yeah. Oh, wow. All of these guys are losing. How? Sons of the Eye are not that good. They should be able to beat... Oh, what is happening here? This is... Maybe they're still too OP. No, I'm joking. This is very unusual. It just happens that these Locurim are all pretty weak. They've also got pretty good charges. I mean, they've gone back to combat even now, but they are all actually losing.
The men are broken.
I mean, if they pop a few like war cries, they could break a few of these guys. Yeah, they're in real trouble with these things. Real trouble. I don't know what they're gonna do. I mean, this could be actually one of the most decisive sieges at the moment that could be on the channel. I mean, either that or if, like, because I've not seen this far into it now. I watched like the first couple of minutes and I was like, oh my gosh, this is kind of an interesting one. It's also in the dark. Who doesn't want to watch a night siege? But like, with how this game is going for Rohan and for these things, this could be either one of the most decisive sieges I've seen. Like, the defenders could come out of this with like plenty of men left, or it's going to be one of the greatest comeback sieges I've ever seen. In that, like, somehow they're going to turn this around. But, I mean, this is terrible. Like, not by the... Like, you do not want to be doing this. Like, Please do not blob. Never blob like this at a gate. Oh, it's just feeding these Gondor archers kills. Right now, all they have to do is aim. I mean, not even aim. They have to just draw. They don't even need to aim properly. There's just so many Locurim down there. There's got to be like 200 men down there, all closely packed. You can't miss. You're hitting something. You feel like you're unlucky if you hit just a shield. I mean, these Servants of the Eye are still doing okay, and they're getting surrounded. Nutters. Nutters. A lot of them. Really, I don't know why, like, Rohan's not maybe sent some cav to support. That would really help this sort of, this combat. A raid charge from a Knights of the Mark or Knights of House of Earl. That'll clean these guys up nicely. But yeah, this cav here is actually going to win this combat. What? What? That is, I've never seen that. Never seen that. Like, prolonged melee with infantry, and they win. And that was pretty prolonged. That's not like just a couple of, like half a minute, 2 minutes. That was like 2-3 minute like fight there. Well, probably 3 minutes and upwards. And they were against two different units of Locurim. And Locurim, yeah, they were battered, but still, I'm surprised. Look at this, Gondor archers. Literally, the arrows go down, directly go down. And yeah, they just focus so much. I mean, if they kill these pillagers, great. What do they have to face then? A lot of Gondor archers, in fairness. Nothing too insane. But I mean, the Gondor and Uruk archers. I mean, the Uruk archers not so much, but the Gondor archers are fairly well armored. They'll hold for a little while. And we've got a general in here. Look at this, baiting the steps. He's been thrown in against the Servants of the Eye. This is what it's come to for Rieslings. They're already committing a general. I'm surprised these things didn't bring any cav themselves. Both Eastlings and Rohan are pretty good, strong cav factions. But yeah, this baiting the steps here, gold chevron is gonna have some joy against this one. I mean, I'll have to see how it does against the second Servants of the Eye. I mean, both these guys are pretty banged up, but still, I mean, this baiting the steps is surrounded now. And now they send down the spears. Now that's a really good move by the Gondor, sending down the spears. That will really help against the baiting step. And he's surrounded now. This may be Eastling's general gone. And then that will certainly be curtains for the Eastling army. They had no hope with no general, I would have thought. And just how they're going through one choke point. It's just a rough old battle for them. Wainrider Chiefs going in. I mean, they're trying to pull through. That's fair enough. They're allowed to pull through. They are kind of like chariots. But pulling through cav, I feel like that's not going to be very effective. They're just going to, I'm pretty sure they'll just chop you down. These, Wainriders, they get countered by cav and archers. This is what happens to them. Over here again. Oh, I don't know if these guys just like rallied when they broke out here, which might be the case. But yeah, Eastlings have actually broken through. But I mean, at what cost? A massive one. They now actually have a 1,200 man disadvantage. And I know there's Mordors here, but I don't even think, don't think that's even going to be a help with this Mordor here. Mordor's actually brought pretty good stuff and is pretty well set up. I mean, his guards of the teeth are down to 57 men. I don't know. Rohan's kind of slowed down and it's kind of worked for him. But I think he's used a lot of ammo. He's still got his garrison, the Hornburg. Actually, he's got a lot of ammo left. He's used very minimal amount of ammo. And he's managed to do a lot of damage to the guards of teeth. Could do with maybe bringing up some more. He's going to try and do this. It's a shame there isn't a polearm unit for Rohan, but they definitely don't deserve one. It's just not a polearm faction. That's why when you're attacking with Rohan, you need to make sure that you have strong polearms and pikes elsewhere. And, I mean, these things do have pikes, polearms, sorry. But I wouldn't call them strong. I call them flimsy, at best. You can see here they've already lost 40 men. That's just from archers. And they've got to face things like Fountain Guard pikes, Guards of the Teeth. I mean, they're fighting against two factions. They've got really, really strong pikes. I mean, the only pikes I can think of, if you weren't to just copy the faction that they're bringing, that you could combat them with, is probably the elves. Elves like Imladris or Linden. Imladris has good pikes. Linden has good polearms, which are nearly pike level, to be honest. I think in range and in quality. Really good. I mean, you could also bring Woodland Realm. They have They have the Hall Guardians. They're also really good. They probably have the beating of like Guards of the Teeth. Maybe not Vanguard. I don't know. That one's a bit closer maybe. But that's all. That's the only faction that I can think of that would be better suited maybe for taking on these really strong pike and polearm factions. Like Mordor is not known for many things, but it is known for its strong polearms. Like this is like the most elite infantry unit you can bring currently as Mordor. Probably will be the most elite infantry you can bring as Mordor. Yeah, look at this. Bane Step's not looking so hot, and finally Rohan brings in Cav, and he's look at how quickly this has turned around. Servants of the Eye losing slightly now. It's just one good charge. I mean, a couple more good charges in the back of these guys, and this general can possibly get out of here. Might be a little late, though. We'll have to see. But Rohan charges in. Like, he brought 6 cav units. I don't know where he's expecting to use them. Like, this first layer is probably the best place to use them. This is possibly the only units I could see that have any hope of maybe turning this battle around, is the Rohan cav. I mean, maybe they can use them in this next layer, maybe? Certainly not by the time they get up to this point. This is where it gets really messy and just windy. No real area for cav to be used. So yeah, maybe where this artillery is where the last point of return is really for the cav. After that, they are not that useful. So, I mean, they need to start immobilizing these, 6 units of cav he's brought? I mean, one of them is a general. Maybe save that one, but he's got 5 units of cav he wants to maybe use somewhere, try and break through. But Knights of the Mark doing what they need to do, and that is just cut down these Servants of the Eye. Every Servants of the Eye you kill is one step closer to retaking your homeland. And my god, do you need to retake it, because there is an orcish stench here. And it's reeking this Edoras streets. I mean, it's like a serious problem is this defensive for Rohan. They have stood here for a good 10-15 minutes now. I think they are kind of stumped in what they are supposed to be doing to get through here. I mean, same with Loki Rim on this side, like not Imlad, just Eastlings. Yeah, they are stuck for what they're going to do, and they could all been saved. Just two little ladders. That's all they needed. Just land them like along this wall, and all of a sudden these archers can't defend here. They have to then defend here as well.
Run from the enemy. This is
oh, it's just, I don't know. I know who this player is. The player playing. I feel bad calling him out. The player playing for these things, I believe, is Corrupted Master. He's a good player. So I'm really surprised that he's gone with these really simplistic, strategy of trying to go with brute force to get through. These things, yeah, is a brute force faction. You can play the brute force way, but I don't know. I feel like there's just better ways you can try and break through here. Lokirim archers not going to break through. I mean, the polearms maybe. Maybe these are all archers, but yeah, you just try to brute force his way through. He's played some interesting strategy, and it's cost him his game. He's nearly out. He's going to come down to Rohan to try and break through here, by the looks of it. 4,300, and the majority of them will be Rohirrim. There are still a few other units. I mean, he's still got a few like Wayne Riders, which, I mean, they're useful. His general, maybe by the skin of his teeth, could get out of this fight. Though he is wavering. He is, I don't think he's going to get out, because he's getting focused down, and he's wavering. So if he pulls back, I imagine he will break. So that's not great either. Is he gonna try it? Bane steps. I mean, they're not. Since the eye have broken, so that's all of Mordor's cav gone. But what a job it did! I think there's Wayne Riders just broken. Was that Wayne Riders? Yeah, there you go. The general has just died, so now Eastlings are without a general, and that is Eastlings' game summed up, really. Not great. Yeah, I don't think these troops over here are gonna hold much, like, too long. It doesn't help. It doesn't help for these Lokirim how it is. They're just getting, every time they come through this gate, they get focused down by 2 watchtowers. That's why it helps if you land somewhere else, because then you can try and overwhelm this gate much more effectively, and then the watchtowers aren't a problem. But this is like the furthest they've got is here, and I don't think Gondor's actually used a single one of his more elite troops. Like, these are all Gondor spears up here, are still from when I last looked at them, which is a good long while ago. He's like used archers at best. He used probably Axemen of Losnark. He's used a lot of mids and stuff here. He's got a lot of Gondor swords still here. Like, Gondor is looking healthy. Yeah, here we go. Rohan has gone for it. Rohan has gone for it. He's like, well, these things are dead. We might as well go in, is what he's probably thinking. We might as well go in. These things are dead. We might as well charge in. I mean, they've done a lot of damage to these units here, actually, to be fair. Guards are deep down at 13. Yeah, they definitely need worth a charge up this street now. I mean, what's after it? Nothing for a good while until you reach some orc pikes, who are also going to be a bit of a pain to get through. These guys are 225. They've got low morale. They're also a lot less armoured, so I mean that shouldn't take too much to break through. This is a much more favourable choke point, and the same over here with that orc pike. I mean, you could probably just focus the back, this or back one down from here when they break through. And they're trying to use artillery to, yeah, they've used a lot of artillery ammo as well. And they're about a quarter of their ammo left. They're trying to take out these orc spears and guards the teeth. I mean, you need to be really accurate. I think you need to be like fairly close, like inside the walls. And you need to make sure that they have no archers left, and then you can try and focus it down. That's why I quite like leaving artillery for late game use, because by then most players have no ammo left. So artillery kind of gets like it isn't like got to worry about that archer. It's unmolested at that point by archers. It's just that range unit left in the artillery. But because it's not very accurate like long range. I feel like the longer the range, the less accurate it is. And I mean, in best it kills like, I don't know, a couple of men. Like, I mean, that was a really good hit. See, it's only killed 2 guys though. It's that massive hit, like just cut through the entire formation, killed 2 guys, or killed 2 guards with the teeth. May have killed a few of these Uruk spears. Yeah, it's got actually quite a lot of them. Okay, no, brought it down to 6, and they're still killing a few. Got 9, like, got 7 in total. But yeah, it's ineffective. Like, archers are much more effective, I feel. But we are going to see a breakthrough over here. Or a partial breakthrough. Gondor spears. Oh yeah, these Gondor spears did get committed, I guess. That's the only one. But yeah, Rohan is going to break through here eventually. But he's not going to break through these Gondor spears just yet. He is actually now sending over infantry in this direction. You got Erling retainers going around. So good idea by Rohan to send them around. That actually could be an even fight though, I think. Gondor infantry against Erling retainers. I still think that's not the easiest of fights for Rohan. Locrium halberdiers. This is the last unit of halberdiers gone in. Oh dear, Eastlings. Oh dear. It's been a rough fight for you today. Yeah, Corrupted Masters had a rough game. That is for sure. You can see Rohan here is cutting down these orcs little by little. So he's doing his best. He's doing his best. And I was seeing Rohan coming up with Garrison the Hornburg. And yeah, I'm going to just do a little fast forward though, because again, not too much in the way going on. There's just a few little choke points here going on in a few spots. But nothing too much. It doesn't look like Rohan's going anywhere at all. He has actually broken through this Uruk throng here, which is good to see, I guess, but he got nowhere to go. He's just going to go straight into spears. All we're waiting on really is that Eastlings to die now. Eastlings to die. And then, I mean, we're just going to see I feel like then we're going to see the defenders throw their full weight on Rohan, and Rohan's just going to get pushed back. That's what I expect. That's what I'd do if I was the defenders. I'd be starting to march down these troops up here. Like, you've got Athelian Rangers up here. Oh my gosh. They really did it in, like, tiers of, like, quality troops. Like, Rohan has left... Oh, Gondor, sorry, has left his Citadel Guards, Founding Guards, Athelian Rangers, the best of the pack. He is prepared. We've got Witch King back here. We've got a Citadel Guard back here as well. All gold chevron. They really did it out of tiers. Who are like Gondor infantry, like in this sort of like the mid area, because they're like the slightly better troops they have. But yeah, this is a rough one here. I'm surprised that Mordor's committed his guards of the teeth before his pikes. These orc pikes are more of useful, I feel, down here than they are up here. Here we go. Artillery's going to fire here. I mean, I guess they're going to maybe shell the Rohirrim troops. I don't know. Maybe they're like, you know what? If you're going to shoot our troops, we're going to shoot yours. And I don't blame them. But we've also got Garrison the Hornburg now in here, and they could maybe be useful in unlocking a few defenses. I mean, it's not out of the equation that they could turn this around. 3,900 against 5,000 men. It's turnable around. And like the balance of power, as you can see, it's not that far out of like arm's reach for the attackers to turn around. But I just feel like how this game's been going and how the defender's been playing and how the attack's been playing, the attackers are going to struggle. But we're going to see. We're going to see how they do. Knights of the Mark. Are they going to charge these spears? Please don't. This is a bit suicidal. Oh, maybe. Yeah, they're going to charge those spears. I mean, that wasn't really a charge. That was kind of more of a, we're going to run into them. Yeah, that's not going to end well. That is only going to end in death and pain. I don't know why, it's been a little bit laggy on this game. I don't know why. I think it's just because the Rohirrim maps again. The last replay was a lot more laggy. This one has been a little bit more. I think it's just down to numbers. This one, the numbers have kind of like obviously dialed down a lot. We only have 8,000 men left on the battlefield. I also think it has something to do with the Edoras map. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't know. But we're now seeing Rohan. I mean, not Rohan. Easting's now died in this small little alleyway. I'm not even going to look at that. It's disgusting. Disgusting. They have also charged in over here against Guards of the Teeth. Again, I mean, these Guards of the Teeth are just going to melt them. This is just not a fight that Rohan can win. But yeah, this is not going too great, so we're going to just fast forward again, see whether anything really happens. I feel like Rohan is kind of just committing all his forces into just unbreakable spots. And this point here may be breakable, might be breakable, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to say at this point. And actually, Gondor is forced back Rohan over here. I mean, Rohan has lost a fair few cav here. That's unfortunate. But yeah, no, we have the Uruk archers forcing them back. I mean, we're gonna need some. He's getting his infantry over here. He's walking it. I don't know why he's walking it. He needs to run that infantry. And over here is what early retainers yet losing. As expected, they are just getting cut down by the Guards of the Teeth, which is unfortunate. But yeah, there you go. This is kind of like how the battle is going to go. It seems. It seems like as though this is going to be how it's going to be coming to an end. Even though there's still like 15 minutes left, Rohan still has a lot of troops to commit. That's kind of all it is. So Rohan does not look like he's breaking through here. There you go. I mean, it looks like, I don't know, Rohan's... Somehow they managed to rout an Uruk throng through their own lines. That's pretty impressive. They might get through here, but I mean, the Guards of the Teeth, I think they've lost a single man since they've been in combat here. They were at 13, I'm pretty sure, when they went into combat. Kind of says a lot about Rohan. There we go. Artillery being let loose. That's going down somewhere. Maybe it's the Garrison of the Hornburg by the looks of it. I mean, I guess not a bad target. I think they hit one. Did they just hit one poor guy there? I think they did. Hit like one or two poor like little Garrison of the Hornburg there. That's unfortunate. Looks like Rohan's gonna try and maybe snipe. the enemy, like Mordor's artillery. I don't think they hit it though. I feel like that's what they should have gone for. I don't know. I think that's what they should have gone for, but they did not go for. And look at this. Goddamn Eastlings. They didn't deserve to break through. How have they broken through? They broke through with sheer will, and also I think Gondor and Mordor allowed them to break through. I don't know, because they fell these troops back, and they shouldn't have really. I mean, Wainwriters are losing decisively. I don't know how. They're fighting just Uruk archers. How can they be okay, here they go. They're winning now. I was going to say. But they should be able to run into these Gondor archers, but not the spears. Again, spears I feel like might be a good counter to chariots. I feel like chariots just aren't that good. I just don't feel like the Wainwriters. I mean, they're good, but they're just not against. They've got a lot of things to counter them. I feel like obviously pikes are going to counter them, spears and polearms will counter them, cav counters them, and archers counter them. You just kind of got to find like undefended infantry, and that's all you can use them on, which is kind of like how chariots are used in most of Total War games, I guess. But yeah, that's kind of how it's going to go by the looks of it. I like it. I don't know who's saying we're nearly there, but if it's Rohan, their troops are very delusional. They are not nearly there. There's a long way still to go, like an incredibly long way to go. Yeah, they're not going to get through there. They are not getting through there. They might break through over here, though. I mean, by might, they should. Please, with the army that they have left, if Mordor doesn't commit a single another man, they should get up here. We're about to see Wainwriters charging here. And in they go. Rushing down these poor Gondor archers. Which, I mean, they deserve it. They've just murdered this entire Eastling army out there. I don't even want to look at this gate. If we look at this gate right now, the bodies around this gate, oh my gosh. Disgusting. Disgusting. How could you do that, Eastlings, to your own army? This is disgusting. Yeah, these Gondor archers actually didn't take too many casualties. Looks like the Wainwriters are actually dying as well. Yeah, they're losing 6. They're down 16, 15. Yeah, I feel like charging like with the spear support was not great. I don't know what the heck happened here. Gondor just committed a spear unit. And he's like getting pinned by Erling retainers and getting charged in the back by Knights of the Mark. I mean, I guess good on Rohan, but how did this happen, Gondor? Why did you come down this slope? Stay down here, stay up here. Maybe they thought I don't know what they were thinking. But, I mean, in fairness, these Rohan cabs like pretty banged up. It's wavering. It's not gonna get out of there. Yeah, look at that. Now they finally shoot these guys at the teeth. This is what needed to happen so long ago. Just shoot these guys. I don't know what happened to their support unit, but yeah, just kill these guys. Guard with Golden Hall in here now actually as well. They're just really making sure that they don't like get charged by any cavalry. But I think they're all gone. Uruk spears, they're breaking, which is I guess great. But yep, I guess now they can charge us to the next line. Which I mean, this one's gonna be tough. I don't see Rohan breaking through this, please. I mean, for those of you still watching, as like Rohan desperately tries to turn this one around, I commend you because I feel like the result is kind of confirmed. But yeah, no, it's certainly been a tough one. I mean, let's look at the numbers quickly. 3,400 against 4,300. I guess the numbers aren't too like impossible to turn around. But I don't know. I feel like, I mean, I'd say like a good 200-300 men here are for the Eastlings. They could just break any moment, because they have no general. And Rohan just infantry kind of sucks. But I don't know. Unless like the defenders make some really terrible decisions in the next like 12 minutes. I feel like they've got this. We'll have to see though. Rohan is kind of pushing forward. I'm just going to fast forward a little bit more. Because, well, there's not really too much going on. I mean, Eastlings are kind of just standing here again. They're actually going to just Maybe get some easy kills here as like Gondor just charges these polearms. Perhaps. There is a banged up polearm unit. There is also a strong chance saying that these polearms may just break because they have no general, and they also down to 47 men and they are shaken. Wouldn't take too much. Probably a little mouse would scare them, but I mean it looks like maybe Rohan might be able to get this artillery. Maybe. The orcs are certainly not pushing forward. They have lowered their pikes. They're prepared. Axtane's just going to stand here now. Oh, please tell me they're not just going to stand here for the entire game. Rohan, you've done enough standing. Just go in and die. Please. That'd be what I'd be saying you do. I mean, looks like this is also a good choke point to come through as well. Like, Rohan can go up with this choke point. This is just Gondor swords, which, again, they're going to struggle to break through because Rohan infantry's not the greatest. Like, Gondor definitely has the beating of them in infantry. But, I mean, they could get their archers. They could set them up down here. I don't know why they're moving them up. Set their archers down there. Fire into the flanks. And that would certainly support in an attack. And that would force Gondor back. That is for sure. Over on this side, seems like Cav rolling down these archers, which is good. What is next over here? I mean, then they're into this sort of area, which, I mean, take this, they get a battle-wide morale bonus, which is useful, I guess. But there's then just Gondor spears, just to stop them. So the Cav's going to become, again, redundant. As I kind of expected it would, because, like, every choke point currently is being just blocked off by spears or pikes or both. Like, Cav and Edoras is not really that useful, unless you're maybe sallying. Certainly not 6 cavalry units like Rohan has brought. Though their cavalry is exceptionally good, I feel like 6 is maybe a little bit on the large side. Put it like that. Yeah, there's literally like Gondor archers here just doing nothing. But yeah, I don't know. There's not much to commentate over here. Like, Rohan is just standing off. I mean, he's just kind of waiting. There's like a little bit going on over here, but really just not a lot. Not a lot at all. This Gondor spear, is like in so much trouble here by these alien retainers, and they still can't beat it. Like, they're very heavy spears against heavy melee. Yeah, like that just says a lot about like this fight that's about to happen over here. Like, Gondor is just gonna probably roll these guys. Unless it's like, apart from the spears, who I think are very heavy, yeah. Very heavy and elite. There's nothing really to match Gondor's infantry here. As we see Gondor run in and take on these Rohirrim here. Yeah, it's not gonna be a fun fight for Rohan. Early retainers are moving up. And they threw archers down, which I guess is something. These Locurim may be able to take out those archers, but yeah, it's still not much in the way of success going on there for these slings. I could say that really generally about them this entire game. Don't really know how this game's still got 10 minutes to run. If Gondor's down here, he's just going to chop these boys down.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
Don't know what these garrisons of Hornburg are going to be doing. I feel like like I said, they could do. Well, actually, can you flank around here? I feel like this terrain here is, you can just flank around. They could just get units around and try and surround Gondor. I mean, this is sad to see that you can see Rohan trying to cycle charge spears with cavalry. That's not going to work. That's not going to work at all. I mean, they could definitely flank around here as well. Could Rohan. I feel like that terrain is also definitely like movable, but I don't know.
Our men
It's hard to
flee the
say.
field of battle. This is a
But anyway, I'm going to make a
shameful
quick
display.
cut because I don't see Rohan making much progress, and I'm going to come back when there's like a few minutes left to go because I don't think there's I don't know why there's, like, it just feels like this is a little bit slow, a little bit laggy, and also I don't think like Rohan's really making any progress really. I mean, I can see actually what I see what they're going to do anyway before I make this cut. They're going to try and focus on this pike unit here with their guards, the garrison of Hornburg, which is a smart idea actually. That's a really good play. And they've actually, I think they've also helped burn them. They burned a few of these artillery pieces. Yeah, they're down to 1. So I'll see you guys in a moment when, I guess when Rohan makes his push. Good news! Rohan has pushed. And they're actually killing these Orc pikes. And the Orc pikes got focused down so heavily by those garrison of the Hornburg. They did in fact like just focus them down so much. But bad news. They've made no ground. Rohan has literally made no ground anywhere. Like, I've been watching this for so long. Rohan has just been grinding up against these guys. They've literally, like, all these alien retainers that went in that first wave died. And I was thinking Garrison and Hornburg, they're actually flanking, which I told them, like, said they should have done before I made the cut. They're now getting killed off. Garrison and Hornburg here also getting focused down, I think, by Thilian Rangers. They brought them down from the top, and they're going to bring them in. We're also seeing Orc pikes being committed further down, perhaps, maybe to try and stop this choke point here from falling. Yeah, over here as well, Rohan has also made an attack, but yeah, this is like everywhere else, just nothing's been moving. Like, this is spear infantry here, holding against alien retainers. Just like nothing's happening. Nothing is like no movement's being made. Eastlings are nearly dead. They've been forced all the way back to where they basically have been all this game at this gate. I mean, they have just low crew marches left now, and then yeah, that is kind of it. I mean, I don't actually think I don't know if Rohan's gonna die, like lose all his units at this point, because looking at like the time is left and like the amount of units, I don't think Rohan can be beaten. Oh jeez, it can't be beaten by all his men being killed off. I think it's gonna be through just like not being able to capture it. I mean, we're now seeing guards of the Golden Hall coming up. I don't know. I mean, if somehow Rohan still turns around, greatest comeback of all time. Greatest comeback of all time. I don't see it happening. I love the garrison of Hornburg though. Their uniforms, 10 out of 10. They've done a great job on them. Guard of the Golden Hall, they're trying to flank around. They got caught, I think, and you can see the garrison of Hornburg trying to do the same. They're getting focused down though. These poor guys. They're getting focused down and also trying to flank. I think they are getting caught and they're losing men from trying to flank as well. And some unit gets caught. But yeah, there you go. This is like a firing squad here. Jeez. I mean, at least you got a shield garrison in the Hornburg.
Hold to your duty, no matter what.
I don't think they're gonna have the. I don't think they'll break through though. I don't think 58 garrison in the Hornburg aren't going to be stopping those Gondor archers there. And yeah, Guard of the Golden Hall now, they're flanking, but they're getting shot on the flank. So I mean, this is just like painful for them. You can see the arrows just zipping in, hitting them in the back. Men fall. You can see Gondor's actually going to retreat a sword unit. He's going to just make sure to. I think he's going to try and surround these garrison Hornburg out there, maybe, or he's going to just block off this gap so no more Rohirrim can get through. Nope, it's going to be dealing with the garrison of Hornburg. Not a bad idea. He doesn't want. I guess he doesn't want his archers to die unnecessarily. Well, sure, but yeah, these garrison of Hornburg, they don't know what they need to look behind them. Because there's Gondorians hitting them. Oh boy. Garrison of Hornburg doing their job and dying. Dying for their job. It's a brutal way to go. Yeah, Garrison of Hornburg. I mean, clearly they just don't do that good, the Garrison of Hornburg, because they're not at the Hornburg. Simple as. They need to be at the Hornburg. That's where they're great. They know the lay of the land. Axe Thanes, yeah, they're just not gonna. Axe Thanes are just not that great for axe infantry. They're kind of a bit sucky. I'm gonna not lie. They're medium axe infantry. I don't think they have the greatest of melee attack. I mean, now we've got the final units of Capcom. We've actually got Prince Theodred here. leading the way, leading his knights into battle. He's like, you know what? I'm sick of this. We're going to go in. We're going to do some sort of chaos. I mean, in fairness, they can. If they go around this gap, there's archers here, and that's just it. They can get through this gap. I mean, also with these spears about to break. Like, this guard of the Golden Hall, we literally looked up maybe 30 seconds ago, had 100 men. It's now got 20. What the heck happened, Rohan? I'll tell you what happened. Ithilien Rangers happened. They're just going to charge... Oh, Rohan, don't just charge into the back. At least go round. Go round. I've seen this so often recently in replays. Whatever it is, like whatever game it is. Particularly in Attila recently. And players just charge into the back of their own men. What do you think you're going to gain from that? The answer is not much. Like, your charge bonus is lost almost instantly. So yeah, I mean that is Gondor's last, Rohan's last hope. Last throw of the dice there. Strangely, he's still got Yon in the mark here with ammo. He has actually broken one Gondor sword from, I guess, this just ploughing in all his cavalry here. I mean, he's gonna, I guess, try and like maybe charge through to these archers. I think he could have maybe gone on this bank up here, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's not viable. I don't know. The cav is now in amongst the archers, and the cav is finally getting some use out of it. I mean, that's a small win, I guess, but a lot of it is getting shot at heavily. I mean, they somehow have not lost that many men. The general is getting a lot of the focus fire, which makes sense. There you go. Gondor is, I guess he's sort of containing these archers. They could do maybe those orc pikes down here, or something on with some spears. But yeah, same on this side as well. They're just throwing in their cav into the backs of their infantry. It's just, I mean, they are losing decisively, but I don't think this is from the cav. I think this is just from infantry. Like, they've eventually worn them down. Over here, again, no real movement. Gondor's just, the infantry's just too strong. Too strong. The cav is sort of breaking through, but it is also sort of losing. It is kind of dying here. And it's sad to see these gorgeous Knights of the House of Earl die, but yeah, they are in fact dying. Yep, sad to see them go. I mean, this is the last unit over here that's now pushing up on this, like, this front here. I mean, they're fighting Ithilien Rangers. They're actually pretty good in combat. So that's going to be tough. And we have Fountain Guard here. Yeah, there's no chance you're getting through here, League Retainers. I'd just pack your bags and go home. I'd surrender now. I'll sit up. Guards also been thrown into the mix. Yeah. This is not a fight you can win. I wouldn't even dare put money on you. You can see now the general is like trying to turn around, trying to get some rear charges onto these Gondor infantry here. He may break these guys, maybe. But I don't know.
Gondor and Mordor in these games have been made to look really good.
Like, Gondor is a good faction. Mordor, less so, but still pretty solid. But yeah, certainly Rohan makes them look good. I'm not saying the player was bad. Certainly there was a few things I would have changed what he did. But Rohan just on the attack just makes any defending faction look quite good, I personally feel. And yeah, we're about to see this battle sort of come to an end. I mean, I feel like it might end with either a chain rout, or it's just going to end with the time running out. Maybe the general dying. The general might die, and that will cause a chain rout. At least the Knights of the House of Earl look good as they're dying. They look good. Good dying. Gondor Sword Infantry, they are losing. But again, I mean, they're hard. They're just about to break. Yeah, that one's finally broken. It takes so much effort for these guys to break. And I mean, in fairness, they broke over here. Look at that. They broke through that line there. There's now just archers here. So, I mean, the cav kind of a bit of joy in the last few seconds of this battle. But I don't think it's going to be too much in the way of joy. Rohan is not going to be retaking his homeland. And I don't think they're going to chain route either. It's going to come down to time running out. And this has got to be one of the best defenses I've seen by defenders recently. One of the best defenses in a long, long time. And there you go, a draw, but I would call that a victory for the defenders because they were going to go on and win that one very convincingly. So yeah, well done to all the players that took part. To Money Killer, to Cryptomaster, to Fior and Sandbebe. It was a really, really tough fight for the attackers. So this one was sent in by Cryptomaster. I'm not entirely sure what his strategy was, as like these things, he just like seemed to just do all-out assault. I feel like he felt like he had a lot of Loki room and he just could just assault where he wanted to. I mean, his World's Rune did actually do very well in the end, cutting down a lot of orcs, 260, 239. Loki room here with 362 kills is very good. But like things like Varag Warriors taking like no kills, General not doing that great. Wayne Riders did exceptionally well, 321 kills, 250. His kind of Sentries 214. His Loki room Archers getting 252, so he did okay there. Money Killer with his Rohan army, 103 kills with Prince Theodred. 196 with the Retainers, not too bad either. 227 with another here. Axthane's getting 140. 245. They actually did pretty well, some of these guys. I mean, I guess they're fighting orcs. Yeah, Guards of Golden Hall, not so great. Garrison the Hornberg getting 118, the best one in his Cav. 246, the best of the bunch. And his R3, 372 kills, did actually very well in the end. Fjord getting, with Gondor, I mean, not great kills. There's low tier stuff, no surprise there. His Warriors of Losnar getting 195 kills. Gondor Spears, 117. Gondor Swords, 118. And then like his high tier stuff, not really getting great kills because it didn't really get into combat. 295 kills with Gondor Archers, 217 with the Ithilien Rangers, very nicely done. Sam Bebe playing as Mordor, 194 kills with the Orc Warriors, 262 with the Orc Throng. Pillagers down here getting 116 kills. Spears, nothing insane. Guards of the Teeth, 121 kills. Archers getting 269, very nicely done. Servants of the Eye, 317 kills, 291. Some really good kills here for his Cav. But there you go, guys. That is today's Siege Battle. I hope you did enjoy. Do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. And I will see you in the next one.